Okay, welcome to the SQL awareness session. Okay, what is SQL introduction? Actually, what is SQL? SQL is nothing but a standard query language or structured query language, where here we are going to interact with the database to do some actions like update, delete, uh, insert records, insert tables, or create tables. By using this as standard query language or structured query language, we are going to do some actions with the database. Okay, why SQL is used and why it is relatable into business analysis. SQL is used to communicate with the database. According to ANSI, American National Standards Institutes, it is the standard language for Relational Database Management System, RDBMS. SQL statements are used to perform tasks such as update data on database or retrieve the data from the database. So, why BA should want to learn this SQL? Can you please unmute yourselves? Ananya. Okay. So SQL is so here why BA should want to learn this SQL. As a business analyst who are working with some of the domains like banking or finance, they might be use this SQL. Rather than that, as a BA, we are going to use this SQL to extract the data from the database. By using only one command, we are going to extract the database from the database, and we are showing to the client that yes, this record has been saved and this record we can view. So for viewing purpose only, we are going to use this SQL as a BA, as a business analyst. Okay. So BA or business analyst mostly won't have to work on it. However, in some scenarios where BA is working for any banking or finance domain, then might be work on it. Here BA won't use any sort of coding method by SQL, but SQL is used by BA to only view and extract the tabular structure in order to check if the work or the application is tracking correct input as per the need of the client. Okay, it is a programming language that is designed to facilitate retrieving specific information. 1 minute now. So as a business analyst here, for extracting the data only, we are going to use SQL. So SQL, yes, you can also practice this SQL in SSMS demo or dummy application. This application gives the new aspirants or learner an edge to get familiar with SQL apps. So here under SQL, one can extract multiple reports for review and validation purpose, which may include some domains like this and many more domains. For viewing the reports as a business analyst, we are going to use this SQL. So here SSMS is a SQL Server machine learning system where here you can practice. So what is a database? Here a database is a collection of data generally stored and accessed from computer like your local disk or local CPU. So here it is nothing but a database is nothing but a organized collection of data generally accessed, stored and accessed from a computer or a system. What is the purpose of database? It is to organize the data and make it available in convenient forms to view or analyze purpose. What types? Here we are having two types of databases, which is database management system and RDBMS is nothing but relational database management system. So in the next slide, we are going to have a brief on these two, DBMS and RDBMS. So SQL fundamentals. SQL functions are of database are part of databases are like by using this SQL, we can use this as a create, read, update, and delete CRUD technique. So we can, by using this SQL, we can create a table or we can create a database or we can read. BA will have the access or authority. See, the only we are having the access or the authority to read or to view only what are the data we are having. Rather than that, the BA won't get any access here to do some sort of things. Okay, and by using this SQL, you can update the database, or you can update the tables, or you can update the records in that particular table, or you can delete the record by using this thing. Okay, features of DBMS and RDBMS. DBMS applications store data as file, but RDBMS applications store data in tabular form. Hello? Hello?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. Am I audible? I am getting. Okay, fine. So in DBMS, data is generally stored in either hierarchical form or a navigational form. There is no structure to save the data in DBMS. In DBMS, use file system to store data, so there will be no relation between the tables. In DBMS, we are going to store the data in the form of files only, where there is no relation between the tables. In DBMS means it is for, as you can use it for the small organizations and deal with this small data. It suppose single user at a time, like our Excel sheet is nothing but the DBMS. Example of DBMS as a file system like XML. So here, when comes to RDBMS, RDBMS application store data in the form of tables. In RDBMS, the tables have an identifier called as a primary key, and the data values are stored in the form of tables, where I will, in the next slide, I will say what is primary key and what is foreign key. Okay, data value stored in the form of tables. So relationship between the data values can be stored in the form of tables as well. Okay, RDBMS is used to design large amount of data, where it will support multiple users to extract the data or do some sort of actions in the database. So RDBMS having this facility. Few examples of RDBMS are MySQL, PostgreSQL Server, and Oracle. These are the few of RDBMS. So SQL executions. What can SQL do? SQL can execute queries against a database. SQL, by using this SQL, we can run the query against the database. We can retrieve the data by using this SQL. We can retrieve the data from the database. We can insert records in the database. We can update records in the database. We can delete. By using this SQL, we can delete records from the database. SQL can create, by using this SQL, you can create new databases, new tables, new stored procedures, and you also give some set of permissions on the tables, procedures, and views. Okay, by using this SQL, you can do these actions. By running this, by using this SQL, you can create database, you can create tables, you can insert values, you can create records. Okay, and you can also create a set of permissions and procedures and views. And you can also delete them if you want. But as a BA, we won't do these things actually. We don't have the, when compared to these organizations, where here the database is very main key for them. So where the data will, all the data will be stored in the database, and without unknowingly, if you delete one record or if you done anything, any sort of actions without knowingly, there may be the crash in the database. So it will be very hectic work for the DB team. So these sort of actions will be done by the database team. For BA only, we will use the select command to view whether the data is storing in the database or not, or if any client asked us for the report. So we will tell to the database team that this is what the client is asking, where they will join all the tables and everything, and they will give you. So by using this select command query, we will show to the client that it is what, this is the way it is saving in the database. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Tables in SQL are named as, are termed as, or called as mentioned below. A row is called as a record. See, a row is called as a record. A column is called as a field. And here ID, see, here like ID is not repetitive, right? A unique key identifies a table row like in our Excel 1, 2, 3, 4 serial number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is not repetitive, which is unique. We call it as a primary key. Yes, in the next slide, I will explain you the upcoming slide. So here a row is called as a record, a column is called as a field, and unique key identifies a table row. Okay. 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 Please concentrate on this slide once. So here, I think you are having 3 tables, right?
Yes, yes.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. First one is customer. Let us come to here. This is a customer table. And here we are having a customer ID, name, state, city, and PIN. And are you seeing these golden keys here?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We call them as a primary key. Here, the name can be repetitive, right? Will Smith, many Will Smiths we are having. Sean Smith also. Okay, and Will Smith with different Will Smith will be located in Hollywood, right? The state may be repetitive, and the city also may be repetitive, and the pin may be repetitive, right? And here, when it comes to this item ID is a primary key which is not repetitive. And here the name, camera, and we are having the description. So here we are having customer table and item table. See, tables are related by keys, and table keys are used to create relationship with the tables. It must be unique and cannot have null values. Okay, the primary key which we are going to keep, they won't accept null values like 0 or the empty thing. It won't allow. Okay, foreign keys are used to connect 2 tables together. Okay, like join statements. As a BA, we won't do these joins and everything in the real time. So for understanding purpose, I am explaining you. Here we are having customer table and item table. In that we are having in customer table ID, name, state, city, and PIN. And when it comes to this item table, we are having item ID, item name, and the description of that particular item. So if I want to pull the sales of that particular who bought which product, which customer bought which product. So here by using the join statement here, I am going to club these 2 tables and make it a table which is called as a sales table, which is having sales ID, which is also here a primary key, and where the sales ID is not repetitive, right? So if I am taking this customer ID and I am keeping it here in the sales table, and item ID and I am keeping it in the sales table. Here the sales ID is the primary key for that sales table, and item ID and the customer ID both are foreign keys for sales table. Okay, so let me explain you here. Sales ID 1 and item ID is 1. So here item ID is camera, right? And customer ID 2, Sean Smith. Sean Smith bought camera of quantity 3, which is of 90,000. Are you getting me?
Yes.
So here we are having item ID 2, which is memory card. And again, the Sean Smith, what he bought? Quantity 1, which is 1500. He bought a memory card of one item ID 2, and here Sean Smith, and he bought a 1 memory card which is having the price of 1500. Now you tell me what Mr. Will Smith bought.
Sir, but where is the price list?
Here price we have given in the sales table, na?
Okay, okay.
Will Smith brought camera.
Will Smith bought camera.
Camera.
Price
Yes,
90,000.
One
Camera.
quantity.
90,000.
Yes. That is what the difference. Just I am going to explain you what is primary key and how we are going to join the 2 tables. But in real time, as a business analyst, we won't do these things, these sort of things. Just we will, I will show you later in the upcoming way when we go once we jump into the tool. I will explain you clearly how we are going to create a database and these things. Okay. So we are having some SQL commands. Okay. Yes, DDL. Let me take to this thing. Yes, DDL, DQL, DML, and DCL are the SQL commands, some of the commands in SQL. So here the DDL command is used to create procedure. The create procedure command is used to create a stored procedure. A stored procedure is prepared SQL code that you can save so that the code can be reused over and over again. So by using this in DDL create, we are going to create one, 1 minute now. Okay, here by using this DDL command, we can create a store procedure is nothing but the SQL query. We are going to save that particular query and we can use whenever we want. So it can be, so the code can be reused over and over again. And alter, the alter table statement is to alter the table, like you can add any values into the table, or you can delete the values, or you modify the columns in an existing table. The alter statement is also used to add and drop various constraints on an existing table. By using this alter command, we can alter the table. By drop is nothing but the drop table statement is used to drop an existing table in the database where we can hide the table in simple way. So rename, it is used to change the name of existing database object like table or column to the new name. Remaining a table doesn't make it lose any data and content within it. So rename is nothing but where we can rename the name of the table or name of the column. Okay. So truncate removes all the rows from the table, but the table structure and its column constraints indexes are remain common. So a truncate command is used to remove all the records in the table, all the rows and the records, everything. But here the headings of the tables and the table name will remain constant. That it will not, but the table structure and its columns will remain constantly. Okay, it will not remove any table names and the table structures. So comment, it is used to explain the like comment we are having in the Word file. The same thing, the explain selection of SQL statements or to prevent execution of SQL statements by using this comment statement. So DQL, this is which is very much important for a business analyst, where here DQL is nothing but the select command is used to select data from the database. The data returned is stored in a result table called as result set. As a BA, we use this feature to fetch any desired data if required or asked by the client. So as a BA, we will use only this DQL command, which is nothing but the select command, where I will show you how you are going to use this select command. And DML is nothing but here. So here adds where we want to add any records to any single table in a RDBMS, we will use this insert command. Insert command is used to add in more records or more rows in an existing table. So update, it is used to modify the existing data in the table. By using this update command, we will add this. Delete is nothing but we will delete all the records in the table. The table also we are going to delete by using this delete command, and once it is not restored again by using this delete command, the table will completely delete and it cannot be restored again. So merge is used to join the two tables or match two tables. And call and explain are nothing but where we will use in this PL, SQL and Oracle databases these two commands where to call in a explain plan. So here we are having another command which is of nothing but log table. By using this log table, we are going to log the particular table, and until unless we unlock this table, we can't do any set of actions like modifications or changes. But we are using this log table to maintain the consistency in the table. Okay. And a DCL command, which is used to grant or revoke the permissions, like nothing but as a BA, let us take an example that we are working with some of the company and we want to showcase to the client that this data is storing in this way. So here the database team or the database administrator will give you the access or he will grant the permission to for only one command, which is select command. And by using that select command, we will show that client that yes, the desired way what we have assumed that in this way only we are the data is storing. So by showing and rework is nothing but he will after granting the permissions, after 1 hour he will give minimum 1 hour or 2 hours the permission, he will set the permissions, and the database team will again revoke those permissions. Okay, so they will grant by using these DCL commands, they will grant the permission and they will revoke these permissions. Okay, SQL Server Management Studio. This is how it will look like. 1 minute now. Let me jump into the tool. Is my screen visible to you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, here is
Yes,
this
yes.
is SQL front end of the screen where I will. Oh, 1 minute. Yes. Now, when I click on connect, it will navigate to the next page where here we are having databases, right? On the left side.
Yes.
So here I will click on right click and I will click on new database. And it will shows the page to create a new database where I will create the name as student log. Okay, I am creating the database name with please Sneha and Venkatesh. Can you please mute yourselves? So when I click on this OK button, it will create new database. So once click on this and refresh this page. When you click on this plus symbol, it will create student log is created, right? If you see this, just I am creating here the new database, student log. When I select this student log and when I click on this new query, where here the query we can write the queries in the database. So first of all, I have created a database. Now in that particular database, I am creating a table. Let us create. And don't worry that as a BA, we won't do these things. Just for I didn't have any databases in the table, so I am creating. Create table with the table name student log details. Okay, and so I have created a table. In that table, I am going to create column names. So I will create column name as student ID. So which is an integer, right? ID is an integer, right?
Yes.
Comma student name, which is a string, right? Which is varchar. And I am giving the values like 100, where I can, the name is not more than 100. So another thing I am going to create is a student. Just I am creating the columns of that particular table. Student email, which is also an string, which is variables and characters, which is 50, comma student address. which is also a variables with the characters, where I will give 300, the value. Okay, so I'm closing this table, these columns. So click on execute. So command select completed successfully. So I have created a table. In the table, I have created columns. So now I want to view which table I have created. So as a business analyst, we will use this command only: select star from. Select star from, you will click the table name, which is of student log details, right? Student log details. So when I select this thing and click on execute, see here student ID, student name, student email, and student address. The table has been created for us. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, yes.
Okay. I have created a table and I have inserted, like I have created column names also in that particular table. Now I want to insert values into that particular table. So here insert.
Sir, could you please repeat it again from start?
Okay. Fine.
Thank you.
So I didn't do anything. Just I have created a table with is my voice is clear?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Yes, sir.
Charan, please check your internet na. I think other people are very I think they are very clear with my voice. Please check your internet, or you can rejoin the link. So just I have done, I have created a table. I want to create, I have first of all, I have created a database. The database name is student log. Okay, in that particular database, I have created a table with student log details. So in that table, I have created columns like student ID, student name, student email, student address. So I want to see these things. So I selected this by using the select command. We are going to view the table which I have created. By using the select command, we are going to view what are the columns I have created. I have just view them. So now after creation of table, I am inserting the values into that particular table. So insert into student. See, it is reflecting here the student log details. Just click on tab, it will go student log details. Okay, values. So here insert into that particular table I am taking, which is student details log, and the values I am going to insert like 1, comma. So here the student ID and the student name is variables and integers, which is a string, we call it as. So I am taking the single iPhone, and the student name is, let us assume, Ramesh, comma. Again, email is also variables and characters. So I am taking single quote again, Suresh @gmail.com, comma, address. Let us assume he is from Pune. Oh, I didn't included these single quotations. Okay. So when we are going to keep, rather than integers, we are going to keep hyphens for a string. We call it as varchar is nothing but the combination of variables and characters. We are going to make it as a data type is a varchar, which is where you will include that particular data type in single quotations. Okay. So here I will select this record and click on execute. Here one row is affected. So when I will create another record also, insert into student details, values. Here I am keeping the second one, comma. Mahesh, comma.
Sir, here the table name is student log details, yeah, student
Yes.
log.
Student log details is the name of the table.
Because in left hand side you have mentioned below this RAM
That
student log.
that is database name.
Okay.
That is the name of the database.
Okay, got it. So table is basically part of this database.
Yes. In that database only we are having the tables.
Okay, sir.
Okay. In
Yeah.
that tables we are having the records.
Okay.
Records are nothing but which I am now creating. Okay. Let me. This record also created. Click on execute.
Sir, you have mentioned watch star 150, 300. What does it mean, sir?
And that is
100
that is nothing but see name is not more than 100 characters, right?
Okay, characters. Okay, got it.
Yes. The value I am giving just
Okay, limit. Okay.
yes, limit. So again, I am selecting this thing and click on execute. So now I want to see all the details. I will select these all, select star from student details, and I will click on execute where it will show see student ID 123 and the student name is Ramesh. Just I have included these records and I click on when I select this when I click on this select command and click on execute where it will shows the what are the values in the database. In that particular database, it will shows what are the values that backend team have created. And for viewing this purpose, the select command, we will as a business analyst, we will use this select star from which whatever the table name it is. The only key we will use is only the select command we will use as a business analyst. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, hi sir. Hi. So I have a question.
Yes.
So what if one have to create a table, he has to put the values manually or
No, actually, see one thing. When here, let us assume that. Let me give an example of a Flipkart registration form. Okay, in that form we are having first name, second name, email, phone number, or secondary phone number. The details will be having, and when I click on that save button or the submit button, here the record will automatically comes into the table and it will saves. So here the database team will create only, they will merge from the front end and the back end through database.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay.
Okay. So as a business analyst, we will use only this command, select command. Select command we will use to show to the client that yes, the data which we are going to, what we have assumed that it is saving in the correct way or not. For viewing this purpose only, as a BA, we will use SQL for any domain.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Okay. Any doubts you are having?
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, actually, where you are putting that select star from this table name. So star,
Ah.
if you're putting star, then all the details of the table will come or what?
Yes, all the details in the table. Just I have
Suppose
if you have 100 records, the 100 records will come.
okay. And if I want to show only one row, then
Then you will ask the database team that to give only these. Say one thing. They will export it into different formats and they will give you like in Excel. Or if you want any only single record in that particular table, again you want to ask the team that they will again run a query and they will give you that particular command, the query.
okay, okay.
Okay,
So
Sneha?
yes, sir. So maximum time we have to present means all the details in the table or what?
No. See, it will be very rare case. If the client asked you, you will show. Rather than that, we are having lot of works like requirement gathering, analysis and everything, mockups and everything. Right?
Yeah.
This is
Okay,
not
okay.
our primary job actually. The primary job is we are having a lot of work rather than this thing.
Got it, sir. Got it.
So here and we are having actually in the real time we are having a database team with the 4 to 5 members where the DB architects and everybody will be there. So they will only and they will also won't give any permissions to you to change anything in the database. Why? Because if you by mistake if you drop any table or if you delete any table or if you do any unnecessary thing, the whole database will crash. So maximum they won't give you any permissions for you rather than this select command.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Hello, sir. In real time, what will be the data they will be sharing with us? Like, if you can give a small example, like,
Means I
what
didn't
will-
get you. What kind of
in
data in the sense?
like right now you are just taking about the students and other details.
Yes.
So in real time, at a time of working, so
Uh,
what will be the database they will be
that
providing us in the SQL sheet?
means I'm not getting your question. Like what I hear, as per your domain, you will get for your if you are in banking domain, you will get the banking data.
Yeah, that's all.
If you are in logistics domain, you will get logistics data. If you are in insurance domain, you will get insurance data
Okay.
based upon the banking and the application you are working on or the product you are working on.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, got it.
Okay, fine. Any questions? Okay, if you are not having questions, please take the screenshot of this thing and where you can also practice this thing. Hello.
So how can we get this software, I mean application, this
Yes,
SQL?
yes. Actually, where here COIPD is not going to install this SQL actually, where it will take a lot of time and lot of things. So you can or you can go to the nearest internet center to install this SQL. Only SQL I'm saying. This is not a mandatory tool for the BA SQL, Power BI, Tableau, and Jira is mandatory tool. In some organization use another tool. So these are the supporting tools for the business analyst. So COIPD is not installing any supporting tools where you can go to the nearest internet center to install this tool, or you can follow some YouTube channels how to install this SQL. Okay. We are
Yes.
installing, I think you are aware that we are installing MS Visio, Balsamic and Azure.
Yes.
In a purchasing software or free of cost?
I think they will purchase. I think so. If you went to this nearest internet or whatever it may be, internet center, they will take some amount. I think so.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
I will be checked, sir.
Okay, fine.
Oh.
So just to reiterate, sir. So we logged into SQL and we created a database called as student log. So if you
Yes.
can just make me understand how we created that. Look, I could not get it. How did we
Just
create?
yes, for data creation of database. Just see at the top we are having database, right?
Yeah.
Click on right click in the mouse, new database.
Okay.
If you click on it will it will ask what is the name of the database, and when you click on OK, it will create new database. Where when I click on this plus symbol, it will shows here under the names.
Okay. And after clicking on student log, we can enter into it and create a
And
table.
we will create as we will select that student log and click on new query here, and we have created student log table. In that table we have included the records, sorry, no, columns. In that columns we have included the records, and if you want to view any record, just we have created that select star from that particular table name. That is the thing we have done here.
Okay, understood. So in our situation, we have very
Yes.
small data, but
Yes.
in
Ah.
organization, we'll be having large data. So
Yes.
our job is to pull out this data, whichever
Not
data
pull
we
out.
require.
We won't pull out any data. We want to use any joins or whatever it may be to pull out the data. Just we will use the select the command and that particular table name, and we will show to the client. That's all for us. Rather than that, BA won't do anything. Say we are having, as we discussed that we are having lot of things to do. So if any client asked for suppose how the data is storing, you will get back to the database team, or you will talk to them and see the client is asking how the data is showing. Then they will club everything and they will give you the access to show to the client. That is the main thing happens in the industry.
Okay, okay. And will I be able to extract particular data, as in say?
No, they won't. Actually, see one thing. Actually, database is nothing but the heart of the project. They won't give any access for you to extract any data to want you. And see, I think we are having the commands like grant and rework also, right? So they will only give the permission and they will give the command. Simply, we will execute this. That's all. And you won't create any tables. You won't create any databases. You won't insert values. You don't do anything.
Okay.
Okay.
So if client asks, I want to see all the people who are like student name, student that are placed in Pune. So for particularly Pune, can we show data to client?
Yes, you can connect with the team, and then they will do some sort of actions and they will give you that
Okay.
particular data. Where
Okay.
here that is also nothing but the gathering of the requirement, right? If the client asked you
Yeah.
how much data you want at a particular which location you want.
True.
Okay. Okay, guys. Okay, we can end the session. That is what actually the SQL and the how the database and how the tables and how we can view the tables in the database. That's all from my side. Any doubts? Hello?
No, sir.
Yes?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. If not, you can leave.
This only thing we need to do, sir, or any other
No,
options
only
are
thing we will
missing?
do. Only thing we will do, and we are also having, see, rather than that is what I am saying. We are having a lot of work rather than this main thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes?
Sir, the name, the value you have mentioned, like the student name, which are 100. Can
Yes.
it be 101 or 99?
Yes. Depends upon you.
Okay.
55, 58.
As per the requirement, we will
Yes,
put
as per the requirement. Yes. Thank you, Sanket.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, I just want to know that all these softwares we can download from the nearby cafe, right?
We can. Yes, you can ask them.
Okay.
Poonam, you can tomorrow the team will upload the video in the YouTube COEPD YouTube channel we are having, right? In that
Right.
YouTube channel, the team will upload the video. by
Sir,
tomorrow.
can you send me the PDF in chat
PDF,
box?
already we are having the PDF right in the documents tab.
Documents tab. Okay.
We are having the PDF.
Okay, I'll go through that.
Okay. If not, I am closing the session, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, okay. You
Thank
can
you.
can
Thank
leave.
you,
You
sir.
can leave. Yes, you can leave. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Have a nice weekend.